Hey guys, welcome to the second installment of Icy Knife Reviews. Today we have the M390 Dividend from Kershaw. Right, so we have the 1812 BLK M390 Dividend from Kershaw. I'm going to run you through the technical specs, a short cutting demo, as well as my personal opinion on this knife in general. First things first, let's look at the size. Knife comes in at 7.25 inches open length. The blade is exactly 3 inches. Look at a little size comparison here. I have a Swiss knife, a knife most people are probably familiar with, and the Benchmade Saddle Mountain Skinner. As you can see, the Dividend is a pretty nice medium size, fits comfortably in the hand. I can get a full 4-finger grip, solid size. Alright, let's talk about the blade here. First off, we've got a premium M390 steel, excellent edge retention, great toughness, very corrosion resistant. It is a little bit harder to sharpen, although that's pretty typical for these premium steels. You do sacrifice to an extent your sharpenability for a blade that doesn't need to be sharpened as often. And I do carry this every day and use it often, and so far the edge has held up nicely, just as we'd expect M392, so that's great. It is a stonewash finish, Wharncliffe blade style, and a hollow grind. It is a great slicing knife. You can see it's a very thin profile. This swedge across the top takes off even more steel from the spine of the blade. Nice and thin. To that, I would say that's also a bit of a disadvantage of this knife because it does limit it to, I'd say, more light-duty use. Although so far it has not had any trouble with any of the sort of small tasks that I've needed it for. Cutting open bags, cutting string, just your general day-to-day use. Really works beautifully. Slicing boxes. The blade, in my opinion, is quite excellent, and I think it looks beautiful as well. Next, let's talk about the handle. So we have black aluminum scales over stainless steel liners, and the aluminum has this nice sort of matte finish, which gives you a little bit of texture to get some nice grip on, but also keeps the knife looking clean and sleek. Like that very much. We have a liner lock, which really is, I love the thin profile on that. Does not stick out much. It is sometimes a little bit harder to get your thumb in there, but if you get it at the right angle, it's really not an issue. We have ambidextrous tip up and tip down clip options. Now I have on here a deep carry clip, which did not come standard on this knife. Originally was this interesting clip here. And you can see that when this clip is on the knife, you do have a considerable amount of the knife sticking out of your pocket. Easy fix. I just called Kershaw and they were nice enough to send me actually 2 of these clips within 3 to 4 days. So thank you very much, Kershaw. Love that. Now when I put it in my pocket, it really just disappears. Nice slim profile, fairly lightweight, 2.95 ounces. Really great everyday carry. Does not get in the way in the pocket whatsoever. Nice, classy looking handles. Got a lanyard hole here. I've never used it, but pretty standard. I like the design on the back spacer here. Gives it a little bit more, I would say, room to breathe in the back. Nice, open looking design. Overall, really love the handle. Love the design on this knife. Let's talk about the pivot and the action on this knife. So we have this spring assisted flipper here. The Kershaw Speed Safe technology. Really flicks open nice and fast. There's a fair amount of tension to get past initially, but once you get past it, it just glides right open. That spring really helps it. We have the screw on one side and it is fixed on the other, which makes it really nice for loosening, tightening, taking apart, whatever you need to do with it. From time to time, after a lot of flicks, you do develop a slight amount of blade play here, and all it takes is just a fraction of a turn on this screw. I should put some Loctite on there, would get rid of that issue, I would think. Really not a big problem, just a little thing to keep in mind. little difficult to close because of the spring, but it is possible to do one-handed. So no complaints there. All right, so we're gonna do just a real quick cutting test. Cut some strips of cardboard here. Just see what this knife can do real quick. Little demo. All right, here we go. After that cutting, you can see you've got some nice clean lines on the cardboard. Knife is still nice and sharp. Yeah, look at that. Barely shaving off any nail, just catching instantly. Gotta love that M390. All right, so in that little demo there, you got to see this blade in action. And now before I close out the video, I'm just gonna leave you with a couple thoughts on Kershaw and the knife in general. Kershaw is a company, it's a USA company, and this knife was USA made. They've got a ton of great designs, really good prices too. This knife was $85, and I'd say it's on the higher end of their kind of price scale. They do have a few premium knives that are priced higher, but most of theirs are really good prices. Definitely check them out. I know I will be in the future because great knife. Love their customer service. Again, they sent me these 2 clips for free, very quick, super easy. So definitely check them out. This knife in general, so far, I absolutely love it. No major complaints other than the slight blade play here after a lot of use, although I think I can fix that, so that might not even be a big deal. Relatively thin blade, but again, if you just use it for what it's meant for, as a light EDC, you really have a great option here. So would highly recommend the Kershaw Dividend in M390 steel. That's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. If you have anything you want to see different in the next video or any questions, just feel free to leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.